Hi everybody, happy Wednesday. Welcome to my unintentionally low-key video this week. I was out really late last night, so I'm just noticing I never put on makeup today. Sorry about that. I've showered. Is that good news? Oh, and I also forgot to take out my hearing aids. Sorry, they play with my phone and bad things happen when they get together. So I am home in my studio today, and I have a bunch of things to show you and tell you. And I wish I could change the camera because I don't want to look at the shine on my face. So sorry about all that. I can turn my lights off. It's been a fun week. I've been home quilting, and I was in New York City yesterday on some top secret quilting business. And while I was there, I decided to have my own little New York City shop hop, quilt shop hop. So I have my bag right next to me here to show you what I bought because I haven't unpacked yet. Like I said, I had a meeting last night, and then I went early to spend the day. And the reason everything ended up being so late, if you follow me on Facebook, is my train was in an accident on the way home. I was due to get home around 11:30, and I got home closer to 2 in the morning. And after running around New York City, I think I did, 25,000 steps, or, however many miles that is. So I knew I was going to be tired today, but getting home at 2 in the morning didn't really help that much. Me personally, and then I'm just heartsick because there was a fatality in the accident. No one on the train was injured, but there was a pedestrian on the train tracks who was killed. So my heart goes out to the train engineer and conductor and the family of the victim and everyone involved. So I'll handle being a little tired today because, yeah, it was a bit sad. But back to happy. Yay, happy. So what did I buy in New York City? The first thing I bought, the first place I went was to Victoria Findlay Wolf's shop in the Garment District because I've never been there. I've never been to any of the shops I was at, and I didn't get to all of them because my feet gave out. But Victoria Findlay Wolf is a friend of mine. I've quilted in her double wedding ring book. I quilted one of her quilts for her, who she lets me think it's mine, but she keeps it. But she teases me online. Do you follow her? She's her website is VFW, Victoria Findlay Wolf Quilts, and I think her tags are Victoria Findlay Wolf on Instagram or something like that. But she keeps posting all these pictures, and this quilt has been haunting me. So I had to buy this book while I was there, and I just missed Victoria. I didn't even know she was going to be in town until the night before, so I didn't arrange to meet her, and she had some business to attend to, and I had other places to be. But next time I see her, I'll have her sign this book for me. But this book has been this pattern, this chevron quilt, has been haunting my dreams because it's just so beautiful, and I'm intrigued by the way it's made. So that's my quilt. I can't wait to play with that. Do you see some good scrap quilting going on in there? Because I do. And look at all the place for ribbon candy. Yes, that is the measure of a good quilt, if it can be ribbon candied. And also from her, I bought her Victory Block template. So these are, it's a template set that makes those blocks. So I've been watching that online and wanted to play with those as well. I do have her Lemoyne Star template set because she taught that at my local guild. And then I also bought her snack sets, which were the little teeny ones. So those are really fun. So this added to my collection. So if you go to New York City, this is on West 38th, I believe, in the Garment District. Check out Victoria Findlay Wolf's shop. So from there, well, I'm such a suburbanite, or a country bumpkin, if you will. I live in the woods. My window's over here, and there's usually deer walking by. I'm more likely to see a bear than I am a person in my driveway or my yard. So I don't know how to parallel park. I'm not a city girl, and I have a terrible sense of direction. So my phone, which I'm talking to you through right now, is my best friend when I'm in the city. So I plug in the directions and then it tells me on my watch where I'm going. So before I left her shop, I plugged in directions to the next shop I was going to. And I had mapped it out the night before because there's a lot of walking. I love to walk in the city and see things as I'm walking by. So I didn't want to go to a shop here to come back to a shop here to go over there. So I worked out my path. And the next shop I went to was Gotham Quilts, where I'd never been before. And Gotham Quilts is a bigger store. It's on the ground floor. Victoria's on the 8th floor of a building in a suite. This is a ground floor storefront at Gotham Quilts. It's a very modern shop. And I found some telephone fabric. And someone yesterday asked me which fabric this was. And I didn't answer them. So this is a Cotton and Steel Trinket by Melody Miller. So I'm just reading the selvage here. And I thought I would make postcards. I can't wait to check out Gotham. Next time you're in New York City, you better let me know. So I can't wait to use this fabric. And my thought in buying it was making a postcard as a big business card and maybe spoonflower printing my personal information on the back and making a call me card, and on the back of the card would have my information for people I want to call me, just as a big business card on a postcard. So that's what I thought of buying this for. And I only bought a yard, so there's still some there. And I was talking to someone through Facebook yesterday who wants to visit there later this week. It's on the sale rack. There's about a yard and a half left, so you better hurry up. Bernice, that's for you. And after that, Gotham and Victoria Finley Wolf shops are pretty close. And that I had to walk over near the Fashion Institute to go to Candy's Quilting, which is a new shop over there. And that is a huge space. It's a huge, beautiful, just a gorgeous space with a little classroom and a big classroom and washrooms. And it's fantastic. The space is incredible. I can't wait to go back. And then sitting right on the counter were 2 panels. Now, I just got back from Handy Quilter training a few weeks ago, and one lady there, Kelly Ashton, who's incredibly talented, and if that confuses you, there are 2 Kelly Ashtons. I know them both in person. I adore them both. They're both quilters, but one is a machine quilter teacher for Handy Quilter, and just an incredible, she's one of my favorite people on the planet. And the other Kelly Ashton is another one of my favorite people on the planet. She does very precise piecing. You can check out her classes on Craftsy. There's actually a link on my homepage that'll take you over to Craftsy for her. And she does precise piecing, like inset points and stuff. She's amazing. And so I'm friends with them both, but the one that I'm talking about is the Handy Quilter one. So she made a quilt, just quilted this panel. And this panel is a Hoffman Spectrum print by Jeannie Sumrall Ahero for Hoffman. Let me see if I can carefully. Can you see this? And Kelly just quilted it beautifully. And then another educator named Gina Simbita did another one of the 2 of these. So I bought this one to make. And I also bought this one. So they're slightly different colors. Because this one has the green in it and the other one has the purple. So I can't wait to quilt these. I think I have some Fabulex thread that will go with this perfectly. So follow along. Would you feel brave enough to try quilting that on your home machine? So I don't know if I'm just going to play with it and show you the pictures or do a step-by-step as I'm doing it. So I haven't decided yet. You can let me know if you would, what you would like in a stitch along, or if you just want to see what I've done. So yeah. It was hard not wrapping myself in these gorgeous prints yesterday. So that was my shop hop. And then after that, I was going to go down to Pearl in Soho, but honestly, I'm still recovering. My infusions take a lot out of me, and by late afternoon, I didn't think I'd make it walking all the way down to Soho and back up. So I went to Union Square, and that is where Max Brenner's restaurant is. Has anybody been there? It's a chain, but it's really limited number of restaurants. The first time I was there, it was in Vegas, and it's a chocolate restaurant. I don't know what attracted me to walk in, and I think when my husband and I were there, I ate there like 5 times. He was like, "Where do you want to go for lunch?" I'm like, "Oh, Max Brenner's." "Where do you want to go for dinner?" "Oh, Max Brenner's." And then I've been to the one in Manhattan a few times, but it's delicious. Let's see the comments. I'd like to know your planning process as to what to quilt where. Okay, yeah, I haven't really thought about that much. But yeah, I hope to do these soon because they're just gorgeous. So at Max Brenner's, number one, they have incredible macaroni and cheese. They have food that isn't chocolate. Oh, I've also been to the Max Brenner's in Tokyo. When I was there, the gentleman that I was traveling with is a businessman from Handy Quilter. He and I agreed we were going to eat at only Japanese restaurants, but I'm like, Max Brenner! And we went there, and it only served dessert, which kind of works. So it was chocolate dessert, chocolate drinks. It was amazing. So I had my regular macaroni and cheese there, which is delicious, and then the best cup of hot chocolate in the whole world. Actually, it's probably tied for best, because my other favorite hot chocolate is at a place called Carpo in London, and it's a fair trade, ethically sourced store. So they sell like nuts and chocolates and coffees and stuff. So when I go to London, I have to have the Carpo hot chocolate, and then that is just really bitter. It's a really bitter, dark hot chocolate. At Max Brenner's, you have options. You can have creamy. I have the Italian thick cream. There's also like spicy or whipped cream or marshmallows, but I get the dark and creamy one, and it's just delightful. And it comes in a cup that you hug while you're drinking it. So that's kind of a must for me. If I make it to Manhattan, which I don't do very often, I have to end up at Max Brenner's having a cup of hot chocolate, if nothing else. And then I went to my super secret meeting that I can't tell you anything about, but I have pictures and things to tell you later whenever I can. And then I had my, eventful train trip home, and here I am now. So that's kind of the end of my New York City adventure. I think I'm going to have to go do that more often. I'm not home enough to say, hey, I should leave and go do something. So I kind of look for excuses to go to the city. And if you can think of excuses for me to go to New York City, that would be great, because it's not that far for me. So that was my adventure. Also, yesterday was Tuesday, and I normally post a tutorial on Tuesdays, and I tried my hardest. I filmed it, and I went to edit it, because I film with multiple cameras. My sewing machine is right here. I'm sitting at my sewing machine. That's my backdrop. Here's my supply table for when I film those. But I got a new, better microphone for my camera, and apparently if you don't plug it in all the way, you don't get any sound at all. I know this now. So instead, I pulled out the bloopers. There's bloopers every week, but I posted the bloopers for them, for you, and that was on my blog yesterday. So if you go to debbiebrownquilts.com and click blog, that's the current blog post. But I noticed when I posted it that most people were thinking I was frustrated and angry and sad. I wasn't. It was hilarious. So I'm sitting here quilting and filming what I'm quilting, and I hear my husband in the kitchen. He goes, "How's the filming going?" And I'm like, "Well, you're in the film now." So I kept going and finishing quilting, going, I'll edit that out creatively later. And at 11 o'clock that night, we got a phone call from Windows telling us that they needed to have all of our passwords to fix our computers, which are, a crank call, whatever. But at 11 o'clock at night, seriously? I usually take a phone off the hook to avoid the phone ringing, but I didn't think to do it at 11 at night. And then also I have a picture of me falling over the cords, because I have lights right over here, and I have a couple cords running here, plus my foot pedal and sewing machine cord. Then I have more cords over here, but I have to go over there to where my camera is filming, and then over here to turn them off and on. So I trip over all the cords. So you got one of those. So if you watched that and you thought I was frustrated or mad, I wasn't. It was hilarious. I was laughing the whole time, but I guess I didn't express that in my face, because I was like, seriously? So I'm not sure that I will get another video up this week. Maybe we'll just skip this week and try for next. We'll see how the time goes. Let's see what else is next. I was at Amelia's Garden on Saturday, which is just southwest of Albany, in this southwestern Albany, New York area. And it's a wonderful shop. And I had a packed class. It was delightful, and we've already booked another event there. So I will be back there in October because it's only like a 2-hour drive for me, so it's pretty easy to get up there and back and teach. So if you're in that area, in the Capital District of New York, she'll be having classes. It's on my website, but you won't see it yet because my website software limits my events, and it only shows you the next 6 months of my events. So the event is October 20th, and just back up from that. So what is that? March, April, it'll show up on the calendar, but it is October 20th. And you could get in touch with either Tara. You can get in touch with Tara at Amelia's Garden if you want to sign up for that. So that was just a super fun day of teaching very, very, very beginner machine quilters. And it's the first time I've ever taught in a bank. I've taught in some interesting places, but this was in a bank. I've taught in an insurance office before, but I haven't taught in a bank. People put classes wherever they have access to a free room, to a room, and this was in a bank, so interesting. What else do I have? If you follow me on Facebook, Monday night, I dipped my hand into a pot of burning soup, but nothing... no major scars. I'm having some, itching and such as it's drying. So I'm having a couple, just a couple pink spots still. But you have to take out some of the soup to blend it with something else. So I took a measuring cup and I went and I dug the measuring cup inside. So I put the back of my hand in the boiling soup. Don't do that. Just helpful hint from me to you. Because you have to pour out some soup to mix it with something to mix it back in. I was making sopa de fuba, which is a Brazilian soup, and you have to take out the hot liquid to put the eggs in to mix them out so they don't glob into one big egg whenever you put it in the boiling liquid at once. So that's what happened. What else? Oh, next week I am teaching at Miss D's in her name's Donnie's, in Palatka, Florida, which is like between Gainesville, Jacksonville, Ocala area. So I'm teaching hands-on long arm quilting there with my friend Mary Beth Creeple, and it'll be a really, really fun week of classes. So I hope some of my people in the Florida area, down in that part of the world, I'll get to see there. And hello, it's Florida, and it's February in New York, so that's always a beautiful place to go. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to take a day and go see Mickey while I'm there or something, or Harry Potter. Haven't decided, but I'm going to be in Florida. Yes, it is a very happy Wednesday today, Terry. Thank you. I hesitate to mention this due to the technical difficulties I had on Tuesday. I have another technical hoop to jump through today to do something else. I have plans for you that start February 1st, which is tomorrow. And they're not done yet because I'm still working out the technology. I'm a quilter, but I'm not a computer, phone, filming, camera, microphone, sound. All of that stuff is stuff I have to learn. So I hope to have some fun stuff for you, and it'll be on Instagram. So if I would appreciate if you'd go follow me on Instagram, and I will put that out for you, hopefully. And I'm trying to figure out if I should put it only on Instagram or where else I should put it. But think short videos every day on Instagram, if I can work it out. So be sure to follow me over there, and as everywhere else, I'm at Debbie Brown Quilts, Debbie with a Y, D-E-B-B-Y. Yeah, I am taking a day in Florida. I just haven't decided what I'm doing with it yet, Cindy. It's like, oh, I'd love to go see Harry Potter again, but I haven't been to the Star Wars at Disney, and so I don't know what I'm doing. But that is most of my list that I have for you. I have my bullet journal, which in 1 month I've used 74 pages out of 600, so this should last me, 4 months or so. I keep a list of what I wanted to talk to you about, and I've done yes, 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 yes. Now, since I'm going to Miss D's in Palatka, Florida next week, our Facebook Live meeting will be on Monday because I'm leaving on Tuesday, and I will be somewhere in the friendly skies and during our normal video time, and I'll be working the next day. So I will see you next Monday here at 2:30, and I will remember to put on makeup because, wow, those lights are not, see, that looks so much better without those bottom lights. I'm not quite so shiny. But I'll remember to put on makeup next week, and hopefully I won't be out all night the night before with tragedy. So I'm going to go and dig into work and try to figure out those technical challenges and provide you all sorts of quilty fun pictures, but also a little teasing. So stay tuned. There'll be some teasing coming out. What, it's 2:52 now, so give it about an hour and a half. I have some other pictures coming up soon. So thank you for visiting with me today. Oh, sorry, one more thing. I have a favor to ask of you. YouTube has changed the way they are ranking their users, and they're saying if you have achieved these goals, we'll let you be monetized. I don't care about the money on there. I don't put a lot of ads on, and it's, you know, $20 a year. It's not a big deal. But what happens is they give me the ability to upload and link things that they're going to take away from me if I don't have 240,000 minutes of viewing time by February 20th. So I have maybe 8 different playlists on my YouTube channel, which is also Debbie Brown Quilts. If you would do me a favor and watch the videos or tell your friends to watch the videos, I would really appreciate. I have to get my minutes up. I'm most of the way there. I'm close enough that it's worth asking for you to go through my my playlists. I'm uploading more of my weekly Facebook Live videos on there, which will be longer playlists if you can bear to listen to me in the background of your day. But I would love to keep that linking ability. It just makes it easier for me to post videos and link over to whatever we're doing, because people will say, oh, what's that? And I have now the ability to put in the video a link to what it is. And I won't have that if I don't hit that. So if you can do me that favor, that would be awesome. If not, I'll still be posting. And again, it's not about the money on the videos. I don't make that much. You know, because I don't believe in those ads ahead of time. I hate those ads at the beginning where you have to skip them. So I don't put those on there. I try to take those off every time. If I missed any, it's accidental, and let me know. I'll go take it off as soon as I know about it. So anyway, that is the rest of my my Facebook for this week. It is not. I have one more. Once I get home from Miss D's, I forgot my next event. On February 17th, I'm going to be teaching a machine quilting on your home machine club at the Quilt Basket in Pawling, New York. That's a monthly club that I teach, and we've worked on different walking foot techniques. We have worked on how to baste your quilts, and we're going to do some free motion quilting this month. So if you're local, please get in touch with the Quilt Basket in Pawling, New York, because we need to make sure we have enough seats for everyone. We tend to blow the doors off on these events. I'd love to see you there. And we, you know, little prizes and information and stuff like that. So I wanted to tell you about my next 2 events. So thank you for chatting with me today. Oh, you want a butterbeer, Terry? Which one do you want? Because they have a frozen one, a cold one, and a hot one. I've had all 3, and it was really cold when I was there last year for the Harry Potter Festival, so the hot one was great because it was really cold, but I still can't tell which one I like the best. I might like the frozen one the best. We'll see. So I will report back. But thanks for spending your time with me and being patient, as I had some technical difficulties this week. Oh, Frozen. It was probably my favorite. Thank you for dealing with my technical difficulties, and I will see you next Monday at 2:30 on a Facebook Live. Happy quilting. Bye.